Hello, I'm Renee Cook. I created Musical Memory, and I'm so excited that you are either thinking about purchasing this Bible bundle or that you've maybe already purchased it and we just want help navigating it. So I'm just going to show you inside really quick what happens when you click that link and you download this whole folder. The Bible Memory Bundle folder has a lot going on in it. So basically, over the last several years, I've written about 15 songs. They're long, verbatim, word for word Bible passages in the ESV translation, and they just help kids and adults memorize word for word Bible passages. I love this as an adult. I did this as a child, and I have a lot of fruit in my life. Just in my walk with the Lord from memorizing scripture, and it's become kind of a lifelong habit. And so I wanted to pass this on to my kids, and I've just found that singing it is such an easy way to memorize and really get it stuck in there. Like when we're learning a new song, the kids will be walking around singing it, humming it, it just gets stuck in your head, which is awesome. So, a couple things. This purchase does come with all the songs. They're right here. You could extract, or if you go over here, extract it or unzip it if you move this folder into Google Drive. Actually, I think you can't unzip a Google Drive. You got to unzip it on your computer and then move it into Google Drive. But that would give you all the MP3 files. They're also categorized in each folder. So Bible Volume 1, the songs are right here. Bible Volume 2, there's a few songs right there, and then same with Bible Volume 3. And that we just split that up to make it a little easier if you want to have a shorter playlist or you want to put, just the first few songs on a CD for your kids. That coordinates with my cycle program. So I'm going to show you. I have a phone here on the app. We've got all these hundreds of songs on the Musical Memory app, which you can download for free on Apple or Android. And then you can see some of the songs with a free download, and then there's an option to become a subscriber. So, but the Bible Volume 1, 2, 3 does coordinate with our cycles. So if you want to incorporate musical memory into your homeschool beyond just Bible, then you've got Latin, English, math, science, and Bible, and it's like embedded in the program. The other reason it's split volume 1, 2, and 3 is for the handwriting packets. They're already pretty long, so that they were not like 1,000 pages long. We just split it up. But you can just literally grab all these songs, extract them from the zip file, burn your kids a CD, and call it a day. They're going to get so much good exposure. And then everything else in here is just if it's helpful to you. So for the handwriting, I want to show you really quick. Every single volume, all three, has all the passages put into three separate options. There's a print option, which looks like this. Um, let's see. So the first song in volume 1 is Psalms chapter 1, 1 through 6, the whole psalm. And you can see it's a little bit hard to tell on my screen, but this is dotted for kids who want to trace. So if you have a younger child who kind of wants to participate, there's a tracing option and then obviously a copy option underneath for maybe first or second grade. Really, this level of tracing is not like super appropriate for a preschooler. They should just be working on letter formation and stuff. But I know sometimes you just want to print the same thing or let them feel included or get them their own little book. And so that's what that's for. You could have it be traced or copied. Every single verse is broken down. So then the next passage is Proverbs. So here it is, all printed out. And then if you keep scrolling, it's just verse by verse, verse 1, verse 2, verse 3. In terms of how much to have your kids copy, this is totally up to you. I really personally do not create a lot of products that are like tell you exactly how many times to do something on what day, because I just find in our homeschool, we're all about setting up something and then turning the page. And whenever we get to it, or whatever day of the week it happens to be, we just do the next thing. So that's kind of my autopilot system. I never fill out a lesson planner. We just have the resources. We post-it note, mark our spots, and we keep turning the page and we try to stay diligent. And so whether your child can copy a word or a line or an entire page in one day, this resource works for you. If I had a child old enough to copy an entire verse in one day, I personally would probably have them copy a verse one day and then maybe try to write it from memory at the end of the week. And in between, they could do other handwriting practice. They might have a handwriting workbook. They might be in a little writing class. They might do a written narration. You could totally have them write the same verse every single day. Maybe once they'd copy it, and then the next day they would copy it into a little journal. Maybe the next day after that, you could help them pray the scripture, from this one, Proverbs 3:1, Dear God, help me not to forget your teaching. Help me to keep your commandments in my heart. So there's a lot of flexibility with how you use this. You would, of course, be welcome to print multiple copies of the verse for your kid to write it every day. That would be up to you. Or like if you had a younger kid, they could do like one line per day of the week. So I also love timed copywork. If they're 5, they maybe can do like 2 minutes or 5 minutes. If they're 7, they could do 7 minutes or whatever you think is appropriate for your kids. So I love Easy Plus One. I learned it from Andrew Pudawa. He learned it from Dr. Suzuki. The idea is you take something easy and just do the very next little thing. So if one line is easy, then have your child do 1 line and 1 word until that's easy. And then they could do 1 line and 2 words until that's easy, and so forth. Okay, let me just show you a sneak peek of cursive. Is same thing. It's line by line copy. I find that line by line is so much easier for cursive learners than when it's all bunched together. So we did that on purpose. And then for the blank lines, once the kid kind of graduates, I feel like at some point it's very natural. All of a sudden, the line by line copywork seems to feel kind of annoying or cluttered, or the child is like, I could totally just write this. That's what we have blank lines for. And so obviously they could do cursive or print. I tested it all with my kids, multiple ages, to try to get the spacing right. So I hope it's great for you. And like I said, this little packet right here includes all the songs. So for volume 1, you've got 4 passages. There's 6 verses here, 8 verses here, 5 here, 8 here. So that's all included in this packet. I mean, honestly, it's meant to really space out over a whole school year, volume 1, and then volume 2 could be another whole school year. Or if you school year round, you might get through more than 1 volume. So I hope this is a blessing to you. Let me show you a really quick sneak peek in the Bible guide. This is kind of just a bonus. I include a guide with all of my stuff, so it gives you links to the app in case you want to try that. There's a little progress chart if that's helpful for you. And then there's 15 songs total. So there's 15 books, and I just thought this would be a cool thing, like for each of your kids to have their own. Maybe it would take them a few years to master 15 passages, but wow, what an awesome challenge and way to mark that. Here's some tips about teaching musical memory, memorization in general. Here's some review games if you want to incorporate memorization into your morning time or whatever. And then all the Bible passages are here printed out. We love to have just a copy like this on our fridge. And as we're going, we'll just highlight with like a crayon or something, highlighter throughout the year. And so we can just kind of see all the verses we've worked on. It's a great conversation starter if somebody comes over too. And then this is a little sneak peek into that cycle program I was telling you about. Just if you want to kind of see what that looks like, that's also in the paid version of the app. So I hope you love this. I can't wait to hear how you use this in your homeschool. Please tag me or send it to me or email me or something and just show me. Like, I love seeing the ways people are going to come up with this. You could load all the files into a printing program and get it printed and spiral bound. You could print it out and put it in little binders for your kids. You could staple packets. So there's so many options. Be creative. Have fun with it. I hope it helps your kids cultivate writing the scripture and, more importantly, writing it on their heart.